Yes.
We're back, and so is hockey. Welcome to the Sauced Hockey Podcast, episode 14. I'm David.
And I'm Charlie.
Charlie, tell us what we have on the show today.
Well, we're going to do a short little off-season recap. Not the most exciting off-season, but we're going to recap that. And also, on today is the Predators training camp, the start of Predators training camp. And we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to give our season predictions
Nice.
for the upcoming season.
And of course, finish with our featured cards of the day. All right. So, we're back. We've had a few months off from the podcast. Hockey's had a few months off. Florida Panthers won the Stanley Cup. Predators didn't have a super exciting offseason. We made a couple of additions, specifically on defense. We got bigger with the addition of Nicholas Hague from the Vegas Golden Knights, sad face, goodbye, Colton Sissons, and Jeremy Lauzon. And Nick Perbix from the Tampa Bay Lightning. We just sign him?
We signed him on the day of free agency.
Then went into the draft, had the number 5 pick in the draft, and selected, to many people's surprise, Brady Martin.
We passed it up on James Higgins, which is the biggest one, because weeks leading up to the draft, we were cheering for the Predators to pick James Higgins.
As a lot of Preds fans were, because it looked like he would be available at number 5, and he was. He fell all the way to the Boston Bruins at number 9 or something?
Something like that. We even passed up on Porter Martone and Victor Eklund.
Yeah. So we were saying this morning, now a few weeks removed from that, a couple months removed from the draft now, seeing Brady Martin at the rookie camp, at the rookie tournament, seeing stuff about him and reading more about him, and what all the coaches and Barry Trotz, the general manager, are saying, a lot of people feel like he could be the future captain of the Nashville Predators. So it'll be fun to look back on this time and see if we're right, but also to see what those other players turn into. So, I'm going to be happy if Brady Martin turns into his comparables have been some people have said a Mike Fisher or something like that, like a leader, maybe not like a superstar player, but good offensively. I think that's decent. If we end up with one of the next best leaders for the Predators, that's a great pick at number 5. But if James Higgins or Porter Martone or Victor Eklund or somebody turns into the next superstar, we're going to be pretty bummed because we had the number 5 pick. But
another off-season addition to the Preds is Eric Halla again.
That's right.
As we know, we had Eric Halla 5 years ago around that time. And he was an okay player, I guess. And then we lost him. But then this year we got him back. Just randomly, we got Eric Halla.
We're not really sure why. I guess they wanted to add a little veteran leadership, or veteran forward group presence. But I don't know. We have O'Reilly and Forsberg and Stamkos and Marchessault. Halla, I would imagine, goes on the third line as the center. Sounds like they want Fedor Svechkov to be our second line center and see if he can grow into that role. But yeah, it's an interesting addition.
We traded one of our prospect guys, I think.
For Halla?
Yeah.
Yeah, who was it?
Was it Ryan Ufko or something?
No, we have Ufko still.
It was somebody.
We still have Ufko. So, it'll be interesting to see if Halla ends up being good for us. I remember him having a couple highlight-worthy moments for the Predators, so it was good. What else do we have Predators off-season? Anything else big? Nothing really noteworthy. We had, right after the draft, they have the rookie training camp and the rookie showcase. We watched some of that. That was really fun. Players that were standing out for sure. Brady Martin looked good at the camp, which you would expect him to. He's number 5 pick. Everyone seems to be talking about Joakim Kimmel. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but as maybe the guy that is ready to take the next step and step up into the Predators lineup. He looked good at the showcase and at the rookie tournament against this past weekend. There was a 4-team rookie tournament with Tampa, Carolina, Florida, and Nashville. And we won our first 2 games against Tampa and Carolina, then got smoked by Florida 6-1, which I just think is unfair. I mean, how can they win the Stanley Cup back-to-back and still have a great rookie team? You're supposed to be getting terrible draft picks and have a horrible farm system because you keep making trades and signing good players. How do you also have such good prospects? That's crazy.
I was so confident in the Predators having the best.
Yeah, the best squad because we've been so,
I don't know.
Had such a bad
How
season.
we lost to Florida 6-1.
Right. Well, it happened. And, But some of the games we looked pretty good, so I'm really excited about the Predators' future. And then so training camp starts today. Should we pull up the training camp roster? Just kind of break it down. So we've got starting on forwards, and we'll just go through the list here. These are all the players going into the Nashville Predators training camp starting today. Obviously, a lot of these players are going to be cut over the next few weeks leading up to the first week of the season in early October. I think the NHL opening night is October 7th. I don't think the Predators' first game is till that Thursday, October 9th. But we'll have our first preseason games, doubleheader this Sunday against Florida with pretty much the full roster. They'll split the team in half, and that's a good chance for them to see everyone in action, and then they'll start sending some players home, making cuts as we go along, getting the roster down to the final group, which a few months ago, I would have said there weren't many spots available. Like the team was looking pretty full. But I feel like some of these rookies are kind of pushing for a spot. They're looking good. Like Kimmel, Brady Martin maybe could enter from camp. That'd be cool. I hope Tanner Molendyke makes it on the team. So let's just kind of go through the list and stop if there's someone you want to talk about, right? So we've got Dylan Gambrell. I don't know who he is. Let's see. It has a star next to him. Stars indicate players that are attending camp on a tryout agreement. So that's why we don't know who he is. He's not part of the Predators like core or group. We haven't signed him. Philip Forsberg, our man. Jacob Lucchini, Joakim Kimmel. I already mentioned him. He's from Finland. Played with Milwaukee. This is, I think, his 3rd year at the rookie tournament. Looked really good. Maybe he makes the team. Daniel Carr is on tryout. Cole Smith, Fedor Svechkov. Svech had a good end of the season. I mean, he took a couple steps forward. He needs to take a big step forward to be our second-line center. You agree?
And also we know that he's the guy for interviews.
Yes. I forgot about that.
Time.
He has the best interviews. Super sweet.
But yeah.
Seems like a kind kid. Brady Martin, we mentioned already. Kalen Lind also looked good at the rookie camp. Michael McCarron, world champion Michael McCarron. In case you hadn't heard, USA won the world championships for the first time since when?
Like 1930.
Like 1930? Incredible. I think just a nice preview for the 2026 Olympics coming up in Milan. And Michael McCarron was part of the world championship team. Almost for sure will not be part of the Olympic roster, but fun that he was part of the world championship team and did a great job too as their 4th line center, just like he is for the Predators. So great to see him there. Reed Schaefer. There's a good article on the Nashville Predators website that came out last night about Reed Schaefer and the training camp. So check that out if you want to read more about him. He's a 6'5" winger who seems to be really taking some steps forward to maybe making the team. The coaches are high on him. That's going to be a fun player to watch. We'll see if he has any shot at making the team. Maybe he's one of the guys that gets called up if there's an injury or something. Okay, I don't know how to say this player's name. Hiroki Gojcik. I've seen him a couple times before. Eric Halla, Michael Bunting, another late season addition. David Edstrom. Didn't stand out as much as I hoped he would in the rookie camp. Center, big, 6'4", from Sweden. Be awesome if he can make some strides towards making the team. Young guy that we need center depth. So I hope he ends up being a really good player.
It was pretty cool watching him in the World Juniors for Team Sweden. Except, yeah, he's kind of he's not doing as well as I was expecting him to do as of late.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'm gonna see. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can share this with you guys, so then you can see this list as well.
Wait, digital. Okay, I thought Google Chrome just closed.
May not be able to record. Oh no. Okay, we can't do it this time. Looks like I would have to end the stream to do it. Uh-oh, now we're frozen. There we go. Okay. Yeah, looks like we can't share it today, but we'll just keep going through this list. We got Joey Willis, good college player. I think, was he college? I think he's going to college this year. Kyle Marino, Cole O'Hara looked good in the rookie tournament. Had a couple of goals. I think our only goal in the Florida game, I'm pretty sure. Zach LaRue, hopefully he takes another step forward this year. Matthew Wood had a little look on the Preds roster at the end of last year. Another 6'4", big winger. That'd be awesome to have. Navrin Mutter, I don't know much about him. Luke Evangelista is still negotiating his contract. With training camp opening today and him not signed yet, I'm worried that Evangelista may be gone, or even if he stays, like they don't find a way to get rid of him or he doesn't sign and he stays on the team, I'm worried that it's going to hurt the Predators' chemistry to have this guy that won't sign on, won't take a team deal. The coaches aren't going to be happy with him. Like, I'm worried what that does. And I'm thinking maybe what's happening is that Evangelista wants a bigger contract and the Predators are hesitant to give it to him because he hasn't shown yet what he's truly capable of, right? Like, he has little moments where you're like, oh man, Evangelista could be really good, but he's inconsistent so far. And we have so many young players coming up through the system that they might be thinking like, look, Evangelista, you either take this team-friendly deal or we're going to let you go and bring one of these young guys up. So I'm curious to see how that plays out. But as of right now, Evangelista is still unsigned going into training camp today. I have not seen anything about a contract yet. So
I think I would maybe sign him if I was the Predators.
Me too. We've let so many young players that came up through our system, we've let them go. And then a couple years later, they end up being really good on some other team. Think like Eli Tolvanen, Philip Tomasino was doing good with Pittsburgh, which after the start, it didn't seem like it continued to go that way. But I'm just taking a look to see if there's anything about Evangelista yet.
Is performing better than he did in Nashville.
That's right.
After he let us down.
Oh, it's Michael Bunting's birthday today. Yeah, doesn't look like there's anything about Evangelista yet. Okay, continuing down the forward list, we got Ryder Rolston, Jonathan Marchessault, Ozzy Weisblatt. I haven't told you this yet, Charlie, but Ozzy and Oasis Weisblatt's brother, his name is Orca Weisblatt, passed away in a car accident this past weekend. So love and care goes out to the Weisblatt family, and that's just a terrible, terrible tragedy. I can't imagine going through something like that, and it kind of gave me a flashback to like this time last year with the Gaudreau family, you know. So it was sad to see that this week. Ryan O'Reilly, Steven Stamkos, Austin Roast, and Oasis Weisblatt.
Oasis Weisblatt was noticeable during the rookie.
He was noticeable every time he got on the ice. He was either getting an offensive chance or bare minimum in the other team's face, causing some kind of issue. So yeah, he's going to be super fun to watch, him and his brother. And it's fun that we have a pair of brothers on the team. We had kind of the brothers with Ryan and Cal O'Reilly, but they didn't really play together. And Cal O'Reilly has since moved on. I think he's playing in a European league now. But it'd be neat if Ozzy and Oasis continue to take steps forward and end up one day being on the team together. That'd be fun. Okay, then we go down to our defense, and we have Kevin Gravel, longtime player, I think maybe captain even down in Milwaukee. Andreas England, Justin Barron, Spencer Stastny, Nick Blankenberg really stood out last season. Had to come up and lead the way on the top line for the Preds after Yossi went down.
He's just awesome.
I love him. I hope he makes the team. He's only 5'9", so that's the thing that everybody holds against him is that he's small. But we have so many other big defensemen now. It'd be cool to have another puck-moving defenseman like Yossi. So I hope Blankenberg gets to make it. Nick Hague, Zach Hayes, Nick Perbix, Tanner Molendijk. That one I'm really hoping makes it. And I think it'd be fun if we have Yossi, Molendijk, Blankenberg, and Shea can all be kind of like offensively minded. I think Shea is kind of in the middle. He can play that style, but also kind of play just a shutdown defensive style. So maybe you have the three more offensive guys as Molendijk, Blankenberg, and Yossi, and pair each of them with one of the other like Shea, Hague, Perbix types, and see how that goes.
You have confidence in Molendijk a lot. Because is it you who has him on your fantasy team? Or
Yes. I added a couple of Preds hopefuls, Brady Martin and Tanner Molendijk, to my fantasy team in our family fantasy league. So we'll see. If he doesn't make the team out of training camp, then I'll just dump him for one of the available players.
I think I have who was it? I think I have Blankenberg and Evangelista.
So Blankenberg, similar situation, not as much as a hopeful as Molendijk, but you'll have to keep an eye out to see if he makes the team or not.
And Evangelista, I don't know.
Yeah, see what happens with that. Cameron Reed, I really like this kid. 6 foot, 179, plays for Kitchener Rangers. He's not going to make the team right now, but fun to see him as the years go on. Chad Nychuk, Roman Yossi, our guy, coming back off the POTS diagnosis last year from the big hit from Sam Bennett. So hopefully Yossi stays healthy, has a really good year, and is back to top form. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Brady Shea, Jordan Osterley, Adam Wilsby, Ryan Ufko. Ryan Ufko had a really good rookie tournament. He looked great. Definitely a standout. Andrew Gibson, a lot of people say is one of the future top defensemen for us. And Alex Wong, who looks really, really good. So I think we have a great, bright future ahead at defense for sure. It's the center position that I'm more, and wingers, I guess, even though there's a couple hopefuls up there that I'm more like nervous about how that looks for the future. But defense, we've got some really good looking young players. So, all right, who do we got in goal playing in the roster?
Ethan
Training camp.
Hayter.
Ethan Hayter looks good in the rookie camp.
Justus Onanen.
Big Juice.
Magnus Krona.
My NHL 26 Hut goalie until I got Pekka this weekend.
TJ
Simptomfelter. Yep, he also looked good in the rookie tournament.
Matt Murray. Yuka Mylota.
Yep.
And UC
Juice. Saros had a great world championship. A lot of people picked him as like one of the MVPs of the tournament. It was nice to see him have a moment like that. I feel like he's been receiving a lot of criticism just because the Preds have been bad. He hasn't been his best either. I won't say that it was, all the team's fault. Juice hasn't played as good as he has in the past either. But seeing him go into the offseason with a great world championship, I think he was maybe the best goalie at the tournament as far as statistics goes. He held down Finland in their game against Sweden, I remember. Looked really good. So hopefully Juice comes into the season with a lot of confidence.
Oh, but there was one. I think that one, Czechia goalie or something, or Switzerland.
Yeah.
I think
Also
he
had
won-
a good
I
tournament.
think he won goalie MVP.
Okay. So maybe Juice was second, something like that. Cool. All right. So that's the training camp roster. The camp starts today. We'll be keeping an eye out and, of course, watching the first preseason games this Sunday against Florida. And we'll see how that goes. So now let's move on to giving some season predictions. So looking ahead, and it doesn't have to be just Nashville Predators. Looking ahead to the 25-26 season, what kind of things, Charlie, are you going to come out on a limb and predict are going to happen? It can be anything. You can pick like who's going to win the cup. Do the Preds make the playoffs? Anything crazy you think might happen? Oh, we've got so many superstar players going into this season with an uncertain future on where they're going to play. McDavid has not re-signed yet. Kaprizov is rumored to be moving. Quinn Hughes is rumored to be trying to join his brothers. I mean,
Let's see.
There's so many like top elite players. It's going to be so fun to see. Where do they all end up?
Cale Makar.
Yeah.
Artemi Panarin, Marty Nakis.
Panarin, Natchez. Isn't Kucherov close too?
I think he's close.
So that's going to be crazy. Hi. Thanks for joining us, Brittany. All right. So you got any predictions for the season?
It's going to be interesting to see if the Panthers win once again, and they definitely have the tools to win because they literally re-signed every player on their team.
Yeah, literally all of them.
Like,
Ekblad,
I don't know how
Marchand, Bennett, all re-signed.
How they did that.
Me either.
How they had enough room in their salary to do that. The Oilers, I hope they win a cup if the Predators don't make it in the playoffs or get eliminated.
Yeah, if the Preds are out, I'm probably rooting for McDavid to get his first cup. Yeah, that's definitely a good one to look out for.
McDavid definitely deserves that cup.
Something that will be interesting to watch. They went ahead and decided that this season they're going to implement the new CBA rule for playoff salary. Last season, Florida would not have made it. They could not have played all of those players with this rule. So it'll be really crazy to see if they can do the same thing with that rule in effect, where what basically has been happening is they've, like last year, they had Tkachuk on injured reserve long enough that they were able to sign Brad Marchand and bring him in, and Seth Jones, and bring them into the team really late in the season to add that extra push during the playoffs and put them over the top. Less similar to how Vegas had done it, right? With who? Mark Stone?
Yes, they put him on injured reserve 2 seasons in a row, and they're like, he's going to come back during round 1 when the playoffs start.
And he just happens to get healthy just when round 1 starts. And who'd they sign while he was on injured reserve? Noah Hannafin? Yeah. So teams have been doing this as a way to kind of skirt the salary cap. And the league and the Players Association agreed that from now on, the salary cap has to be met with the players that step onto the ice. You can have extra players on the roster during the playoffs, but the lineup that you actually put on the ice during a game has to fit inside the salary cap. Now, the salary cap is going to go up a bunch over the next few years. So that's going to be really interesting to see because, like, Kaprizov denied last week. So apparently, the Wild offered him 8 years times $16 million per year.
I saw that. That is insane.
It would have made him the highest paid player ever, and he said no. Is that not just like an obvious, I'm going somewhere else?
It could be.
Or is he just like, no, pay me more? Because what we're thinking is with the salary cap going up a lot, that he thinks there's a team out there willing to pay him like $20 million a season. If that's the case, he's not going to accept $16 million a season unless he just wants to help his team out. And that's one of the things that's helped Florida is some of their players, when they re-sign, don't take the maximum they could get. It's still a lot of money, but they leave some of it off so that the team can afford to pay some other really good player. And that makes the team really good. And then you go win a cup. So it's going to be interesting to watch for sure. All right, but that wasn't a prediction. You just said it would be interesting to watch.
Mm-hmm.
What's your prediction for the season? Got to go bold here. Go out and say something like, here, I'm going to make mine. The Nashville Predators come back, surprise everyone after the horrible year last year. Our star players play like star players. We make the playoffs, and I'm going to say go to the Western Conference Finals and lose to the Oilers. That's my bold prediction.
That's it. I mean, I definitely have the Predators making it to the playoffs at least. The Oilers are going to go far too. I say second round defeat to the Avalanche in like a Game 7 kind of series.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. The Avalanche are going to be good. They've got Landeskog back now for sure. McKinnon, McCarr. They're so stacked. And we probably would have to get through them, right, at some point, being Central Division. So that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, next prediction. Does McDavid re-sign with the Oilers? Or does he end up on another team? And if so, what team?
I don't know what to say.
That's so tough. I say he signs for maybe 2 to 3 more years. Draisaitl signed a big contract to stay. McDavid and Draisaitl are super close. I saw they went on their honeymoon together, those two, with their wives this past summer when Draisaitl got married. They're super close. I don't think McDavid just says, see ya, Draisaitl, and leaves. I think he's going to sign on for a couple more years at least and try to win a cup in Edmonton. That's my prediction. What about Quinn Hughes?
I want to see him play with his brothers.
Me too. Is it on the Devils? Do we see all 3 Hughes brothers on the Devils? That's crazy. Paul Bissonnette on Spit and Chicklets said that he heard a rumor that the New York Rangers are trying to get all 3 Hughes brothers, who, by the way, just named JT Miller as their captain.
I saw that.
Yeah.
He just joined the team.
Yeah, but they got rid of some of their older players. And I think when they signed JT Miller, they were trying to make a statement like, this is the kind of team we want to be. Like a Florida Panthers style, kind of rough, gritty team. And they weren't playing that way. So if Panarin can start to play that way with JT Miller, Lafreniere can kind of find his game. Cooley plays that way, Will Cooley. So, maybe the Rangers can come back as like a new identity is I think what their fans are hoping for.
I don't think the Rangers are going to get all 3 Hughes brothers at all.
That would be so hard. How do you do that? Like,
how do you get 3
Jack Hughes still has time left on his contract, so you'd have to trade an insane amount. I think Luke Hughes is in the same situation as Evangelista. I'm pretty sure he's an RFA and hasn't signed yet. So, yeah, I'm not exactly sure what to think about that. Okay. Any other predictions you want to make?
Do you think Ovi will have another big scoring season to just up his lead?
I think he will have more like the seasons before this past one. I think this past season was super special and like a a strange anomaly that happened where he just was super motivated and his team was super motivated to help him get the record. And I think now he knows this is his last year going out. He's still going to play well and try to keep adding goals to that record. But I don't think it's going to be like last year.
Somewhere around 30 goals is my
30. Yeah, that's a good prediction. I think that's still a great number, especially for his age. Yeah, and he's going to go down as the greatest goal scorer of all time for now, till some young kid that's growing up playing hockey right now, sniping pucks out in their basement or out in their yard every day, grows up to break his record.
Ovechkin has his own cereal brand now, celebrating his goal scoring time.
That's pretty cool.
For some reason.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, well, what about you guys? Any season predictions? Leave them in the comments. You got to put them here now so that you can go back and say, look, I predicted that was going to happen. Coming up in Sauced Hockey Podcast, we want to show you guys maybe our Hockey Ultimate team. We both did Preds theme teams last year. So we're going to show you those wrapped up because NHL 26 came out last week. So our NHL 25 teams are done. We want to show you guys what our teams ended up looking like and what our current NHL 26 teams look like. We're both doing a Preds theme team and a Team USA theme team this year in NHL 26. So we want to show you guys that. Maybe go over our fantasy rosters. That'd be fun. We've got our fantasy teams that will start up October 7th. So we're back. We're going to try to come back to you guys with weekly episodes again. We're not sure on the schedule yet. Maybe Wednesdays, maybe Sundays, maybe a little bit of both, something like that. But we want to try to get back on weekly episodes as the season starts up. Next week, we should have some cuts maybe from the roster, and we can talk about our first preseason game against the Panthers on Sunday. So that's it for now. Time for our feature cards.
Okay.
All right. You want to go first? You want me to go first? So if you're new to the podcast, we haven't had an episode in a few months. Every episode we finish with a featured hockey card. Each of us pick a card and maybe explain why we picked it. Could just be a cool card we just pulled or one of our favorites. Maybe something with a current player. So what you got, Charlie?
Well, to celebrate a new season, you need new cards.
Yeah.
And this happens to be the first card I collect from the new 2025-26 MVP set. It's the Forsberg checklist card.
Nice. Good one. Hold it up a little bit straighter. Yeah, just like that. That's perfect. I don't have any cards from this season yet. I haven't gotten a 25-26 pack. He's just got one card. Yeah, you got it with like a batch of Preds cards, right?
With a batch.
That's cool. All right, I'm going with a card that Charlie actually gave me. He got some extras in that batch. Sending some good vibes to Roman Yossi's way. This is an all-star Roman Josi card from the 2021 season. Hoping he comes back and has a big year for the Preds. Yes. All right, Sully, who do you got? Yeah, you can sit
I
there.
got MVP talent. I'm collecting the set. Jordan Stahl.
Jordan Stahl, Carolina Hurricanes. He said he's collecting this MVP talent set. All right. Augie, who do you have?
Roman Josi.
Woo! That's a good one. I like the colors on this one. Right there. Nice. Sending good vibes Yossi's way too. So he's got 2 cards in the featured cards today. Yossi, we wish you the best. Lead the team to a great season. We can't wait to watch. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. Hockey is back. Fall is here. Football is back. Weather's cooling off. I mean, is this not the best time of year? Yeah, thanks, Augie. Do all the things. Please like the channel. Subscribe. Leave us some comments. Share it with your other hockey friends. And stay saucy. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Bye, guys. See you next episode.